What's up, guys? Welcome to my happy place. So I am making this video about 45 minutes before Passover starts, which is a rush. So I wanted to make this video as quickly as possible. I'm going to try to do it without too many cuts. And I have here to help me my little brother, whose name I can't say. Say hi.
Hi.
Satan's sibling. I know I'm sliding around a lot and I'm on a rolly chair. It just makes it really difficult to sit still. The continuity is going to be great in this one. So this is another episode in an ongoing series where I explain the various Jewish holidays in as much detail as I can in a short video, and this is the one for Passover, which is the holiday that is happening tonight, Friday night. What is it, March 30th? Something like that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Passover is a Jewish holiday which lasts for 8 days, and it is... some people probably enjoy it. Passover is the holiday of inconveniences. Basically, the premise of Passover is that we were slaves in Egypt for 400 years, 210 years, 210 years.
No, 410, 270. 410 since Yitzchak. 270.
Oh boy.
A lot!
We were slaves for an objectively long amount of time, and then we were not slaves anymore. Moses came and freed us, and then we walked through the desert for 40 years. That's the story of Passover, and we tell that story over a meal called the Seder. I'll get back to the Seder in a second. The thing I wanted to focus on first is chametz. Chametz is the main part of Pesach and why it is a pain in the ass. And basically, chametz is any form of leavened bread, any form of one of 5 grains that could produce flour and could produce a form of bread or cake or anything like that. All of that is not allowed for Jews to eat on Passover, which is why I say that it's the holiday of inconveniences, because it's just, we can't have most foods. Pretty much everything that you can think of is not kosher for Passover unless it is specifically made to be kosher for Passover, which usually means it just tastes worse. So for 8 days, we eat pretty crappy tasting food, barring like any form of meat and like, I don't know, potatoes, eggs, those are the things that those things are still okay, so we just eat like a lot of that. And matzah, which brings me to the next point, which is basically leavened bread is not allowed, but unleavened bread is actually something that we have to eat. Matzah is unleavened bread, which is fancy speak for crackers. We eat crackers all day. It's just a big, sometimes round, sometimes square cracker that I don't know how to describe it. Any other
Hold on, holes.
It's got holes in it. It's like a saltine. It's basically a saltine without the salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just locks up everything that's going on the inside. Pesach is not a holiday for anyone with like a weak stomach constitution. Tell me. Okay, back to the Seder. Right. Okay. So the Seder is a 12-course meal.
13. No, 12. There's 12.
12.
Motzi matzah. 12.
Come on. The Seder is a 12-course meal, of which only several of them involve actual food. But the whole point of the meal is it's a progression. It is a Seder. Seder literally translates to order, and so it is a progression of order of different things. The order goes. I'm gonna run through it real quick. Kadesh orchatz, karpas yachatz, magid rachza, motzi matzah. Motzi matzah, technically. Mor korech, shochan orech, tzafun barech, halel nirtza. Those are the, right?
Like 15. It's actually like 15.
I don't know, whatever. It's a lot of things. Okay, the point is, running through it real quick, I'm running out of time. Kaddish. Kaddish, we take a sip, lie to our lips, or we wash our hands for the karpas, which we did. Okay, whatever. There's a lot of children's songs involving this holiday, but basically, the Seder starts off with Kaddish. We drink wine. We drink a glass of wine.
That's a theme throughout the night.
Yeah, that's a theme throughout the night. We're going to be drinking a lot of wine on Passover. So we drink a glass of wine as like a ceremonious thing, and then we move on to the next thing, which is orchatz. Orchatz is when we wash our hands. It's literally just that. We go out, we wash our hands, and then we come back, and we have karpas. Karpas is like a boiled potato, usually, or parsley, that you dip in salt water to remember the tears of the Jews who died while in slavery. Okay. Yachatz, we take, so when we go to the Seder, there are 3 matzahs on the table. We take the middle matzah, was heist Levi.
This is a horrible video.
gonna go great. At Yachatz, we take one of the 3 matzahs that is on the table, and the middle one we take and we split in half. Then we have to hold it up for the kids, and the kids are supposed to guess which is the larger or smaller half, and then the larger half is for Afikomen, which I'll get back to, and the smaller half we put back away. The Afikomen is hidden by the head of the table, usually the father.
The idea is that it's like slaves break apart, like save the things for later. So like,
oh, is that actually what the reasoning is?
Yeah, the idea is that like slaves take the larger half of their food because like they're saving most of their food for later.
I did not know that. Okay, well that's,
Or you know.
there you go. Okay, Yachatz. Magid, right? Okay, Magid is like the main part of the Seder. Magid, literally, we just tell a story. The whole point of the day is that we tell the story of how we left Egypt 3,000 years ago. Magid. Rachza. Okay, so Rachza, we wash our hands again in the same way that we did a little bit earlier, but this time we do it with saying a blessing, and we're doing it so that we can eat the matzah in Motzi Matzah, which is the next one where we take out the matzah and we eat the matzah. Not the afikomen, which we will still get back to. Maror. Okay, so maror basically is we eat this bitter herb to commemorate the bitter times that were in Egypt. That's it. That's the whole thing. Korech, we make, I know. Korech, we make a sandwich, and the sandwich is made up of matzah, maror, and something called charoses, which is like a weird wine nut mixture sweet thing that is meant to just be kind of like symbolic of like the gravel that we use to make bricks. I don't know, whatever. Point is, it tastes okay. Shulchan Aruch is the next one, and it's literally just a meal. We eat a meal, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. We waited a long time to get to that meal, so it better be good.
To be clear, it's like 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, at this point, because the meal starts at like 7, and Magid takes like 2 hours on its own. So like, this is like 11 o'clock at night minimum. Okay, so Tzafun is where we get back to the Afikomen. The Afikomen is hidden behind the head of the table, usually the father again, and during that time, the children are trying to steal the Afikomen. And once they steal the Afikomen, if they steal it, they run and hide it themselves, and then they have to bargain with the father to try and get some kind of present out of him. And usually people will get some kind of cool present during that time. If you wonder why Jews are really good at bargaining, this is why. Baruch is the final thing. It's literally just us saying the final blessings on the meal. Hallel is us just singing songs of praise to God, and Nirtza is us singing songs that are relevant to Passover. There's a couple of funny ones. There's one about a father buying a goat. There's one where we count who knows one, I know one, one is a sham, one is a sham, one is a sham, in the heavens and the earth. I've got about 10 minutes until the actual holiday starts, so I'm trying to wrap this up. This might actually just come out on Tuesday. I'm hoping it won't. But if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I tried to get everything that I possibly could about Passover in as fast as I could. If you want to see more of my stuff, I will try to put it in the description, but I might not get a chance because it is almost Passover. Happy holidays from my happy place. I'm Zach. Now go away.
No matter where you roam, you will always have a home. You will never be alone, because where you go, I will go. No matter where you hide.
But I'll get...
Sorry.
graceful. Did I put that in? That's
Yeah,
very
sure.